Hello again, just a quick video today. We've had a lot of questions come in the last 24, 48 hours about the fuel pumps and fuel system on the car since we shared that photo of the back end a little bit earlier in the week. So I thought I'd just quickly put this video together just to run through the basics of the fuel system, just to answer some of the questions. So this is your fuel cell in the car. The big inlets there are your fuel filler and vent, left and right. We'll have to modify that obviously because it's been modified to be filled from the rear when it was a ride car. So that cap there needs to point that way. These little fillers here are or little outlets there go to your fuel pump in the car and feed the engine. So there's a hose that goes from those two there. If we come across here, it goes back to your main fuel pump system, which hook into there and there. So these pumps here then pump the fuel out of the fuel tank. It goes up those lines into the fuel pot and it fills that up all the way to the top. The car, when it's on main pumps, draws out of the top here. So it only uses that top section of the pot, comes out of the fuel line into the high pressure fuel pump, loops around, and then goes to your fuel filter and then to the engine. This car's got reserve on it as well. So when you flick the switch inside the car from mains to reserve, it activates this second pump, which draws from the very bottom of the pot. So if the fuel tank does run out of fuel and it can't fill this top section of the pot, it uses all that there, normally about a lap and a half of fuel to get the car back to the pits to be refueled. So that all then links up through one fuel filter and then feeds the fuel system. A little bit of interesting information about this system. Everything's date coded. So you can see there, that fuel pump was 17th of the 8th, 2001. That's an original from 2000. The fuel filter is over 20 years old, so it may not survive the restoration. And the other pumps are, similar dates, 2000 and 2001. They've also done it on the fittings as well. As you can see there, they're all engraved with little bits and pieces. So when this was new, it's all hand built. All the brackets and everything are all aluminium, all fabricated, which is really neat. Would have looked really nice back in the day. The only difference we can see from the photo we shared the other day is there was a secondary fuel filter here, where now both lines link together through the one fuel pump. So we'll probably look at reverting that back. We'll strip all this down, clean it all up, polish it up and make it look like it did in the photos back in the day. And hopefully it'll live on for another 20 plus years in the car and revert it back to what it was in its racing days. So, thanks again for your support and interest, and we'll speak with you again soon. Hope that answers some questions.